So couple of days ago I saw that new Clash of Clans World Championship June qualifier starts very soon, and I thought since I haven't seen any of the qualifiers yet, then I would start from the beginning to maybe learn a thing or two, how they attack, what attack strategies are the strongest, but in particularly I wanted to see what type of base designs do they use. And what better way there is to kick it off than see the March qualifier, where also Tribe Gaming, the clan with all the
300 IQ
players, were competing alongside with 3 other clans. So today we are going to be looking at 5 base designs that pro players were using at the World Championship. The very first design that is being built right now is made by Azu from RTK, and I have to say I really like the designs that he was using. I don't know if he made all of these himself or if they have some sort of base designer in their team who makes the layouts for them, but I found very nice designs to use from his defenses. And can you guess who was the first one attacking his base? None other than the 300 IQ Itsu himself. And it seemed like this base was way too tough that he took an Electro Dragon army to just make sure he would get the 2 stars, which could have been the best possible option to make something out of it, because 3 star could have been way too risky on that base. Also, the exact same base was used on the same first day of March qualifier again, but this time against the clan 704, Warhead, and also their player Jinling couldn't get close to 3-starring this base layout. He ended up getting 62% 2-star, while Itsu against the same base got just tiny a bit more, 76% 2-star, which is pretty decent. So what better base could you possibly ask for if even best player in the Clash of Clans nor Asian pro player can 3-star it? I guess here we can say that 300 IQ attacker met a 300 IQ base builder. If anyone is curious how did I pick out 5 bases out of all the layouts, then I was mainly looking for 3 things. Firstly, how did the base perform? What was the destruction percentage and how many times it was attacked? Secondly, how it was attacked. Like, how well was the attack executed? Was there any fails, for example with funneling, so that the attack would have been done better? Thirdly, I was looking the base layout. I know it is not any way important when it comes to good bases, but I personally like when base is good and at the same time looks out nice as well. So with these criterias, I was trying to pick out some layouts to share with you guys. Now the second layout was attacked 2 times as well on the same first day of March qualifier, and once again it was attacked by one of the members from Tribe Gaming called Sebix, who got 83% 2-star on that base layout, while previously picking up almost a 3-star against one of the anti 3-star base designs, if he only didn't run out of time. Later on, this base was used against 704 Warhead clan, and you know what? This base was the first layout of the entire tournament to defend for a 1-star only. And this layout was from none other than the same clan we talked about already, the RTK. I really have to give massive props to those guys. Third base that is being built right now is unsymmetrical layout compared to the previous designs. And I am sure there will be that one person in the comments section from some hardcore war clan who will say that symmetrical base layouts for clan wars and especially for competitive scene are bad. Then let me explain quickly why I have always thought symmetrical designs are as viable as unsymmetrical ones. Well, to understand it, I would like to give one comparison from another game that I used to play a lot and where I figured this psychological effect out myself. Basically, when I was playing League of Legends, I usually checked out what rank my opponent in my lane is, and if the other player against me was lower rank than me, then unconsciously I started underestimating him, and I didn't pay so much attention to different parts of the laning phase. In contrary, opposite effect happened when I saw that I'm going against higher rank player. Then I would force myself to concentrate much more to make as few mistakes as possible. Now the same effect happens when somebody has to attack symmetrical base layout. It looks a lot easier than any of these unsymmetrical designs, but that's when people start underestimating the layout and they are not as careful while planning. Now for instance against unsymmetrical base, Their brain inserts that they are facing a more difficult obstacle that requires more thinking and planning. In conclusion, I would like to say that symmetrical war layouts are not always that bad as some people think. So few facts about the third base. This base I found on the second day of March qualifiers from the player Big Harry in the Clan Gold 007 Dynasty. Once again the base was used 2 times and in neither of the defenses it was 3 stars. First attack that it received was very close 50% 2 star, following with second attack which was 67% 2 star. That is pretty decent result, I would say. For all of the designs I will try to put the links in the comment section so you guys can copy them. But remember that for each of the bases about 50% of the traps are identical and other half I try to place myself where I thought they might have been put. The layout itself and the buildings are all copied exactly like they were used by the players. Fourth layout that we are looking today is from the March qualifier finals and it is one of the unsymmetrical designs from
300 IQ.
Itsu himself. This time the attacker is from the clan TK's 2nd Brigade called Eiko Verarm, who managed to get 60% 2 star with the Bat Dragon attack strategy. Why I picked this base is because Eiko had some really nice attacks earlier at the tournament and this defense was one of them that came down to decide who wins and who loses the finals. At these clutch moments like this, you really need to have one reliable anti 3-star base and Itsu's base is definitely one excellent base. And I don't know why, but there is not a single Clash of Clans tournament without one of these.
Feels like they want to write the best Hollywood movie ever in Clash of Clans and
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Anyway, if we are coming back to the Clash of Clans March qualifier finals, then interestingly enough, I couldn't find a base that was used twice like before at the day 1 and day 2. It could be that the teams prepared a lot more for the finals by making designs for each one of the matchups so that other teams can learn how to beat their bases meanwhile watching backstage what layouts their opponents are using. I really like that Supercell decided to put Clash of Clans into esports scene like they did with Clash Royale, because then it makes the game much more entertaining by watching pros play, where every one of us can learn something about attacking and defending, as well as it gives much more players who like competitive side of the game something to strive for. Now the final base design we are going to look today is from the finals as well, and this base is once again by Azu from the clan RTK. And as we can expect, it is symmetrical base, and not a usual symmetrical base, but the spiral base that is probably the most popular designs when it comes to Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 11 internet bases. Yet Azu took the risk to use one and the result was 52% 1 star, which is excellent result for base like that, especially at competitive scene where everyone is supposed to know how to easily beat spiral bases. Once again, I feel that symmetrical base like this was just slightly underestimated and it could turn out to be much more trickier than you could expect. Why I personally like this base is that you can use it in Supercell Clan War League as well, where I would say it is pretty important to have anti 2-star base layout, because enemies have all one attack, and if they fail, then your base could be the one that will decide whether you get the juicy loot or not. Of course, there are some risks with anti 2-star symmetrical bases, but if you can find a good one like this, then the risk might be worth taking. Again, massive props to Azu and his team for making those badass base designs, and I really hope I can see some of their works in the future as well. While the speed build is going on at the background, I wanted to ask, would you guys like to see another episode like this, where I will take a look at few base designs that pro players are using at the World Championship? If yes, then let me know in the comments down below and I will see what I can do. Also, if you would like to see some farming bases as well as trophy pushing bases to the Legend League, then be sure to subscribe because I'm going to post some of them soon. Last thing I wanna ask is, if you would like to be notified of every upload, then please push that bell button and you will never miss my upload again. That's pretty much it for today. Bye guys.